let's say you've done your work and you're getting ready to go into fame. A higher level. New level, new devil. All of a sudden you have all this problem with those on the lower rung. I have had nothing but trouble the last week with men. The first one was the pastor. I had my grandfather's incredible painting of him as a preacher, Homiletics, the Art of Preaching. I asked the pastor if he'd like it. Oh yes, he'd like it. It's a huge, huge oil painting. And I said, yes, but I want it displayed publicly. I don't want it stored. Well, that made him mad, that I was putting strictures on him. Me, a mere woman, putting strictures on him, the hierarchy, the preacher. I don't want it stored. I want it displayed publicly, or forget it. Well, he refused to answer me for a week. I took that personally, and I called Yale Divinity School. Did they want it? Oh, yes, they want it. That's where he taught, and they want that. So I wrote the preacher, I'm sorry, I didn't hear from you for a week. And huff, puff, puff, he got everybody to ghost me. Small town politics in a local church got everybody to stop talking to me. Doesn't that sound like high school? And it's a church. What was the second thing? A run-in with a handyman. And I questioned his work because he didn't clean up entirely. But he got so mad at me. Somebody half his age, half my age, getting mad at me. And here I'm hiring him. That was the second thing. And I thought, man, what is this? I wrote this down, what this is. Okay. This is very important, what this is. Relational betrayal combined with psychological control. Men want to control. And if they meet an independent woman, they go crazy. It's fragile male control going crazy. That was 2 times. And then with the realtor, I disagreed with his pictures he took. I thought they were inferior. Really. I thought they were crap, if you want to know the truth. He called me up at 7 a.m., just reprimanded me like I was a child, that I said something disrespectful to him, that he was the authority, that he's been into this business a professional for years, and I had no right to question it. What? Here, I'm hiring him. Talking to me like that at 7 a.m.? Wow. But you see, I'm able to see it as fragile male ego that suddenly can't stand it when they meet an independent woman who questions things and confronts them for inferior work. They can't stand it. Fortunately, at this point, it doesn't hurt me anymore. It used to send me to bed. Just so tired, and that was the reaction of exhaustion, and I don't do that anymore. But this are the latter days when things are breaking down. People don't show respect anymore for their elders, for example. These people are half my age, and you kind of have to see it for what it is. The latter days. But don't put up with it. I want a new realtor. I want a new handyman, and I've dropped the church. If a church is going to act like a sorority, silent treatment, getting the others to go against you too, gossiping behind the scene, putting you down, and basically freezing you out, it's called shunning. Forget it. I'm not a sinner because I disagree with the preacher. That doesn't make me a sinner. I can disagree with anybody. It's like the minute you confront them, their internal hierarchy is threatened. They're used to everybody worshiping them because they're the preacher, they're this, and somebody does, and it frightens them. It's a fragile male ego. It isn't a strong one. A strong man would say, okay, let's take a look at this. Maybe we could fix this. if you feel that this is inferior, rather than calling the client up at 7 a.m. and reprimanding them. I'll tell you, this is the story of my life. It used to scare me when this would happen in a small town. And I didn't know what to do about it. I would usually drink over it or something like that. But now I see things differently. If you're going to go off into new territories, if you're going to be creative, if you're going to come up with new things, if you're going to think differently, you're going to be confronted. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to be so out with it anymore. I'm going to be a lot more low-key, because I don't need this. It's very unsettling to the nervous system to have this happen. People are so easily threatened. They're not sure of themselves. They establish identities in the world, and nothing can rock that, or they'll kill you, basically. I listen to men's channels, and it's interesting, both sexes are screwed up right now. The males are screwed up, the females are screwed up. Just as there is a male and female reality, two separate realities, when they go under stress, there are two separate neuroses, female neuroses and male neuroses. Women are evil and they live through people. That's what one of them said. They go from person to person and discard like it is nothing. Yeah, the cell phone has made this possible. In my day, men were the rejectors. They had it made. They could go to another woman, you know. Now, women have thousands of male pursuers on the cell phone or on social dating sites, and they'll just go from one to another. And men are the ones who are being rejected. Yes. And seems to me that female are the biggest narcissists, not men. Narcissism, what is it defined by? Love bombing you at first, and they love bomb you as a friend too. And then they devalue you, and then they discard you. You can't let it ruin your day. You gotta be strong. You gotta be ready for this. Watch out for love bombing. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, we are soulmates. I've been looking for you all my life. You're the first person I can just be myself with. Blah, 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 blah. And you think, wow, I found a friend, or I found, this is great. And then they start to devalue you slowly. Here and there, it's not sudden that, you think, wow, maybe I should correct that, to try to keep this wonderful relationship. And then they discard you. And then they go on to somebody else, and they do the exact same thing to them. This is the latter days. Relationships are unfaithful. They're infidels. They are flaky. They have too many opportunities. I hear that men are spending from 50 to 100 grand a year on women just to take them out, have fun, expensive dinners, expensive vacations. Can you imagine that? That men are spending that amount on a woman? When she should be happy with sitting in the backyard looking at the sunset. It costs nothing. Why are men spending so much money on them? It's ridiculous. You don't need to spend money to impress her. You need the kind of woman who enjoys the free stuff. Nature, beauty, cycles of nature, and help be your helpmate, and routines, and establishing her own identity, not living through you. Everything has sure changed. And I think the youth are really having problems dating and getting together. Let's run through some key ways we can live in the latter days. With people acting this way, fragile egos, flakiness, fragility and flakiness, basically. And getting angry easily. Don't let people get angry at you. If you're a sweet little lady like me, and somebody twice your size and half your age gets angry at you, no. Don't talk to them again. They can snuff you out in a minute. No, that's a threat. Don't let it happen. Don't get angry at me. I don't like that. I'm not angry at you. I stay calm. I've learned to stay calm. Okay, have a good attitude while in the problem. Okay, I'm in a problem. Fragile male egos are erupting against me everywhere I look. I'm in the problem. It's a test of God. Good thing. It's testing can I stay peace? I don't react with anger. I'm not going to be angry back to somebody who could kill me in a minute. React with peace and silence. And that'll make them question the way they're acting. That will bounce right back to them. That work, silence is golden. That will work like a miracle. That is the most important weapon you have, is not reacting in anger, but calm silence. Okay, keeping a good attitude while in the problem. Okay, be happy anyway. Laugh it off. Number 2, think of all that could have happened to you. You're always talking about all the things that have happened to you. Okay, think of what could have happened. These were just tests. These were just things to make you stronger. But boy, life can get really bad and fast. It can change very fast. In an instant, your whole life could change for good. Just think of everything that could have happened and didn't. So thank God for that, and thank Him that you passed the test and remained calm. Thirdly, while in the problem, remember the heart of God. He loves you as His peculiar darling. You may be too peculiar for the world. They're putting you down. But know His heart. He loves you. Okay? Not His actions, which are maybe stillness right now. Maybe nothing is happening. He wants you to persevere through this problem, to get tough. You got to get tough. You can't be weak when people are acting like this, so immature, so off the handle, so cruel, using tactics like shunning and freezing you out and gossiping and getting everybody else against you and smear campaigning, even in the churches. Yes, even in the churches. No, you have to just know what God's heart is. He's laughing at them. He's sneering at them, okay? Psalms 2:2 says that the kings of the earth will go against God's anointed. The single person. The group will go against the single person. Groups. Tyranny of the groups. Realize that. But God will just sneer at them and just laugh it off. And His fiery weapons will take them out. It's just a test. This is life, where groups come against you as an individual. People in authority, people who are wealthy, people who are more popular than you, all these worldly things that denote superiority in the world, but not in God's kingdom. They'll come against you, you remain calm, and you remember the heart of God. Fourthly, the way you handle problems while you're in them, have gratitude. There's always something you can be grateful for. Your health. For me, I think, oh, woe is me, and I'm impatient. No, I think, wait a minute. I'm in my house. The person isn't in here. I have a locked door, a locked gate. My animals are safe. I have very good health. And I'm doing well. It's just that these people are giving me problems. It's just a test of God. Just persevere. I talk to myself this way. Gratitude, okay? Impatience ruins joy. You know, a lack of faith brings depression. You know, you got to stay high in the problem. And pretty soon you'll be able to handle those problems a lot easier. Practice. Things take practice. Practice staying high in the problem. Talk to yourself. Be an encourager of self, as if you are your own counselor. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Okay, the other person's in the wrong. You did nothing wrong. Don't feel guilty. Look at this squarely. This is the human race. This is the latter days. They could have had a fight with their wife or whatever, and just go on. It used to derail me completely. I take a drink, take a snort, take a drag, whatever, to get over the feelings. If you are a highly sensitive person, you've got to learn how to deal with things while in the problem. You must. And you can't rely on a crutch, because you'll just get worse and worse, and that means more immature. You've got to get strong in the problem, okay? Stay high. Maintain your joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Fifthly, and most importantly, God may put you or allow you to be in an abusive situation, but He will help you get through it. And if you do, that wound will heal so that you're tougher, and now you can help others get through it. You can tell them, I went through this too. I was abused in so many ways, and I got through it, and I got through stronger. God will get you through it. Life is tough. Being a godly person doesn't mean you're not going to have any problems, because God wants you strong. And unfortunately, to be strong, you have to go through things and overcome them. And people coming against me, their fragile ego, I said something that upset them internally, and they don't even know why they're angry. They just want to confront me and come back angrily. If I have peace and not react back, never be angry back, that will disrupt this internal thing in them, so they'll have a new equilibrium. It's just something you have to go through in this world in order to get tough. You've got to be tough to do God's assignment. He has a job for you to do, but you've got to get tough. Patience is what we have to learn. Patience is a fruit of the Spirit, which unfortunately only grows under trial. God has a wonderful ending to this story of yours. Don't ever do anything crazy like suicide or anything. It's only, the ending will be beautiful, but you have to get through the trial to nurture the fruit of the Spirit, patience. Be patient. Can you just enjoy this day? If it's morning, can you enjoy the seasons of the day, the seasons of the morning, seasons of noon, seasons of the afternoon, seasons of the evening, seasons of the day? Slow way down. Stop thinking about success and how you want this and you want that. Slow way down and just enjoy this moment. That's patience. As things come around to answer your prayer. Things have to move around. It takes time. You've got to have patience. It happens under trial. Okay, you're being tried. So just enjoy the day. React peacefully. Know that people are crazy in the latter days. There's selfishness, and they're angry, and they're murderous, and they want to protect their fragile identity of being in control or being superior or being part of the hierarchy. Be ready for it, but react peacefully. Lastly, stop getting upset over every trial. My neighbor, who's my best friend, said, Karen, you're different than you used to be. You're laughing a lot more. You're laughing at the trials. Yeah, it is funny, because you have to, you get to where it is amusing. The very things that used to just make you crazy. Because you see yourself, you understand your foibles. Yes, you do get upset. Yes, you do tend to drop people when they give you trouble, rather than thinking, well, maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe they had a fight with the wife. That's their attitude. My attitude is drop them, And it is funny. But when you begin to love yourself, I think you do find it more amusing than reacting with self-disgust. This is who you are. God put these things in you, and you do have to learn, and so what? Life is short. Just enjoy this day.